Who's DMing today? Not me, because the group unlocked a group achievement when they performed The Sexy Goblin in the theater in Torrington. That means Tim is our DM tonight, so take it away, Tim.
Who are you playing tonight, Brian?
This he is a what is he? He's a kaiju-born Geigen Warhulk.
All right. Well, hopefully he's good at beach volleyball. Who are you playing tonight, Robin? You're muted, by the way. Robin.
She said to skipper.
Oh, okay. Eric?
I will be playing Richland Butt Stuffins.
All right, we're back to you, Robin.
Sorry, I was taking something. So I'm playing Zezia. She does a lot of drugs.
Awesome. So we'll do this how Brian normally does it, where it's morning at the Dolby Inn, and
You're not
who
going to ask
would
me?
like to come in first? No. Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm Chris, and I'll be playing a human rogue named Smock Folder.
I love him.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, who wants to start by walking in or doing something at the inn?
Yeah, I'll go in there.
Yeah, same. Zezia's just gonna be sitting at the bar.
Yeah,
So-
I'll be ordering a chowder.
Kind of hard because you guys walk into the Dolby Inn and there are no people in there at all. It's really weird.
Hello?
Oh, man, it's really weird. There's nobody in here.
Hello? Hey, Rupert. I got that goblet. Don't.
So
wanna
as
see
you
it?
guys are trying to figure out what the hell is going on, the entire building shakes violently as there's this loud roar of something outside. Like all of the windows
Whoa.
rattle, like a bunch of the stuff comes off, like off of the shelves and things like that, and it's very, very, very loud.
What
Hey,
the
did you hear
fuck?
that?
You'd have to be deaf not to hear that.
Well, I didn't want to make any assumptions.
Look, man. I may be drunk already, but let's not go there.
This
All right, I think we should go.
this is gonna come crashing through one of the windows and dive under a table.
Well, this would have seen what made the noise then if he was outside.
Oh, I thought it was an earthquake thing.
Nope, it was an F-15 fucking fighter jet.
Why?
I told you we were doing a Top Gun thing today. Did you think I was kidding?
This has never seen one before, so he dives through a window and hops under a table.
Super fair.
Wow, that's like the third weirdest thing I've seen today.
And then all of a sudden, Rupert comes in and he's got like these aviator sunglasses on, and he doesn't have a shirt on, but he has jeans on, which is weird. But whatever, if that's what he's into. And he comes in and he says, "What are you all doing here?
Damn it.
Don't you want to come and see?" What? Why are you damning?
I knew you would voice him better than I do.
What the fuck, Brian?
You're better at my own
You're
game than I am.
Everyone is down at the beach and they are playing volleyball. There are airplanes, lots of showing. It is much fun.
What the hell was that? I saw something in the sky.
Yeah, it was an F-15.
Well, that's my
Haven't you been
friend.
paying attention?
Is an F-15 Tomahawk. Most powerful airplane in all of America. Have you been to America before?
No, what the fuck is America?
Very good place. Lots of light beer and fake breasts. I am a fan.
She's gonna walk up and put her arm around him and be like, "Look, Rupee, I don't need the fake breasts."
Well, can I still have some? Or are we all abstaining from fake breasts? I'm just
You can have
asking
some of
because...
this. And she like puts the goblet in your mouth.
Oh, I remember this. This is decent wine. So are we going to go and play volleyball or no?
The best wine.
This crawls out from his hiding place. You mean that thing is not out to kill us?
All of a sudden, all of the windows and walls rattle again as that loud noise passes by the Dolby Inn, and he goes, "No, it should be fine."
I come out from under the table a second time.
Well, if we're going to be playing volleyball, I got to change real quick. And I go off for a few minutes and change.
Do you come back
Rich-
wearing jorts?
Nope. Speedo.
Nice.
Richland
What's
runs.
Richland doing?
He runs into the Dolby Inn, and he's like, Rupert, have you seen those things?" And he's like pointing outside, and he's like, "Everyone's down at the beach. We have to go and look at them now."
Oh, and Professor Buttstuffins. There is so much coke down there. It is great time. Let's go get gacked.
I think before I go, I may need a drink.
I got you.
I'm on vacation.
puts the
today,
goblet in your
so just
face.
take what you want.
He goes to take a drink. Can that jet come by again?
Absolutely.
He spills it all over himself, so his body is just glistening with like alcohol. Oh,
Zezzy is gonna come over and just hang out near him.
damn it. It got my vest all wet. He takes his vest off and he's bare-chested.
And oiled up at this point.
He's boozed up.
Good deal.
Yeah,
So
Zezzy
I
is just
don't
gonna,
think
follow
that-
him real closely.
There's like a lake in the middle of I forget what the fucking town's name is.
Torrington?
Right?
Torrington.
Yeah, that too. Right? There's a lake there, or do I need to hand wave a beach somehow?
Well, they're right by the coast. They're in a port. So they can
Oh,
be...
I thought that was a running joke that we weren't anywhere near a port ever.
Oh, no, that's real.
Oh, okay. Sweet. So you guys heading down to the beach then?
Yeah, I will if the group will. Especially, I think I'm going to follow Smulk.
By the way, my Speedos are Farport Patriots Speedo.
So when you guys get down there, you notice that there are a bunch of people that you don't recognize there. And all of the people that you don't recognize to be from Torrington are wearing like these neon colored swimsuits, and all of them have on aviators, and their hair is either teased up to be as big as humanly possible or slicked back down with as much grease as humanly possible. It's a weird dichotomy, but you do see, however, that there are a bunch of nets set up where it seems like people are just kind of practicing and getting warmed up. But there's a giant board that has a bracket on it, and it looks like people are going and signing up with teams. And it is a 4-on-4 beach volleyball tournament.
Are there any vendors along this beach?
Oh hell yeah, dude! There's a bunch of shady looking dudes like that look like they're probably trying to sell people drugs. There's there's a bunch of people selling like sunscreen, and like there's some people that just have coolers with bottles of water that they're selling for $6 because they know that people are willing to pay that shit. And
This is going to look for a new. He wants to get another drink, but he also is looking for like any kind of tropical fruits or anything to combat the heat.
oh yeah, absolutely. You have no problem finding anything like that. And also there are some hat salesmen with like those big Panama style straw hats for sale. And so, if you wanted to get something like that, it would kind of keep some of the sun out of your face. And because it's a decently hot day today.
I'm gonna get it, and then I'm gonna put that white putty on my beak.
Zinc
Zezzy
oxide?
wants-
Yeah.
Zezzy wants to find some hallucinogenics. He said there were people.
So
selling
you're
drugs.
kind of like wandering around, and some guy goes up to you and goes, "Hey girl, you looking to meet my Uncle Sid? You trying to meet Sid or what? You interested in going on a little bit of a journey or something like that?"
Sure.
Awesome. Now, why don't you just slip me a little bit of the gold, and I'll slip you the blotter paper.
How many are you giving me?
A couple. We'll give you a couple, 2, 3. Enough to make sure that you're gonna have a good time and stuff likes and whatnots.
Okay, how much do you want?
You know what? The first one's on the house.
All right.
And he hands you just a tiny piece of paper, and he goes, "Just put it on your tongue, and you'll be in for a real show."
She does it immediately.
Now, you're going to want to wait like 30 minutes or so and drink some orange juice.
Why orange juice?
Don't worry about it. It's just trust me. And he kind of just like disappears back into the crowd.
Well, okay, free drugs.
Falk wants to get one, or Falk, Smock wants to get one of those like visors that are like kind of translucent that used to be popular back then.
Oh yeah, there's actually somebody that has the Torrington Beach Volleyball Tournament 1981 visors for sale. And so
Nice. Yeah,
and
I'll
it's
get one of
written in
those
that
in
neon font.
Nice. I'll get one of those in a Packer Marlboro Reds and a Budweiser. Actually, yeah, I'll go with that.
You see that as you're like getting this stuff and putting on your visor and whatnot, this very short but well muscled guy who's just wearing jeans, and he doesn't have any shoes or socks on or a shirt on, and he comes up and he's just got this big, weird, mousy smile. And he's wearing aviators. And he says, "So, you planning on taking part in this tournament or what?"
I guess that depends. I don't have much of a team going on right now.
Well, here's the thing. I come from a place called America, okay? And in America, all you need to do is believe in something, and it just happens. So if you believe you have a team, you have a team. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a pretty weird place.
Com Truise, nice to meet you.
I stick out my hand to shake his hand. Smock folder.
This is so trippy.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll see you in the tournament. Maybe I won't. But
Yeah. Hey, has anybody ever told you that like your front teeth don't quite line up with the center of your face? I know that's kind of rude to point out, but it's kind of bothering me. Like as soon as I noticed it, it's all I can fucking see.
I can't even fucking handle that.
Oh, fuck. You gotta stop.
You know what? It's no problem. I'll try to get a team together. I'll see you out on the sand.
Just remember, I take no prisoners on the sand.
Well, good. That'd be kind of weird if you did.
Viz is gonna be chilling by his fruit stand, and he's like grabbing melons, and he has the buzzsaw on his chest, and he's just like slicing them open with the buzzsaw, and then digging into them with his beak as he watches the volleyball players.
Then I'm definitely running up to you first to recruit you for the team.
I'm just following him around. And I've also taken drugs. So whenever Tim decides to make that happen, it's a thing.
Hallucinogens, no less.
Yeah, they're the best.
I am 100% planning on waiting until you guys are actually in a game of volleyball before we start with that fucking.
Yes.
Hello, Akin, my friend.
Oh, hey, you might want to put away all that stuff there. We signed you up for the volleyball team.
I hate when you do Foley work so fucking much.
Who was that little man you were talking to?
Oh, it's this douchebag from America, Com Truise. Oh man, just something about that guy just makes me want to punch him. Anyway, he's going to be on one of the teams that we're going to have to go against in the volleyball tournament that I already signed you up for.
He wants to play this game.
He is playing the game.
Is he
I
tall
don't
enough?
want to be on that guy's team.
Yeah, he's one of those people that, like, you know, he's depending on how you look at him, he's kind of short, but I mean, he's average height, really, but does come off as kind of shortish.
It's very strange. When I look at him close up, he's as tall as everyone else, but when I zoom out, he's shorter.
Yeah, if you think that's strange, just make sure you don't look at his teeth. It'll bother you.
Thank you for the warning.
For as weird as all that is, like the dude's like fucking 55 years old and looks like he's still like 30.
How do you play this game?
You keep the ball from touching the ground.
All right, I will play this game with you.
Except you want the ball to touch the ground over on their side.
Oh, seems simple enough.
Yeah, you'll get the hang of it.
Stop.
I wish that I could have remembered Sibian when fucking I made the original joke, because that's what I was totally thinking of.
You're welcome, buddy.
I don't like this.
Sometimes it takes two.
I thought the whole point was you didn't need someone else.
I mean that too. Shut up, Eric. Nobody asked you.
Fair enough.
You're about to become the new Brian, goddammit.
No.
Has Eric's character been introduced yet?
Yeah, Richland Butt Stuffins.
Okay.
I'm currently
Butt Stuffins,
at
get over
a.
here. You're on the team too.
I was at a beach with a very florally dressed man whipping up cocktails. And he kind of turns with like one in hand, like a margarita, and he like runs over and he goes, "Oh, hello, yes. Well, what can I help you with?"
Yeah, you're on the team. I had to sign up 4 players to teach a douchebag from America lesson.
Oh, it's as good a reason as any, I say.
Yeah, you know what? He looks just like the guy you were talking to over at the bar there.
There seem to be quite a few of them running around. Perhaps America is just full of them.
Yeah, must be. Weird place.
Good talk.
So I just realized that I probably should just have Tom Cruise show up as his different 80s characters throughout all of this. And so thank you for that, Eric.
The other team is 4 Com Truises.
One of them just in his whitey tighties and a fucking white button up. One of them in a floral shirt. One of them in just jeans and shirtless. And one of them fucking, oh, what is he wearing born on the 4th of July? God damn it. It doesn't matter, but.
One of them is
Anywho.
accompanied by Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, my brother's team is definitely going to kick your ass. Yeah, definitely going to kick your ass.
There are 9 billion grains of sand on this beach. 9 billion, definitely 9 billion.
Oh, no.
You know, I never actually knew that about Tom Cruise's teeth, so fuck you, Chris.
You'll never unsee it.
Yeah, no, I'm never gonna unsee it either.
So I think at this point, the tournament is starting, and so you guys are brought over to a court that, because there's, let's just say that there's 6 of them, so there's 6 different games going on at once, and the first team that you guys have to play is made up of all Dolby Inn employees. And so Gumley and Rupert and fucking the weird elf lady and then also Beluskin are over there. And I don't remember all of their voices, so I'm probably only going to do Gumley and Rupert. And Rupert looks at you guys before the match begins, and he says, "I was hoping that I would maybe get to play some easier people before we had to go up against you guys. But may the best team win.
Don't worry, Rupert. There's always the losers bracket for you.
All right. So, everybody roll initiative.
I'm going to assume the.
I got a natural one. Let me see what my modifier is. +3, so a 4.
I rolled a 13, so a 10.
You've got a -3 modifier.
Yeah, my dex is 5.
Holy shit.
And what did you get, Zezia? 9. Okay. So that brings us to.
Oh, Tim.
All right, so you guys will be going. Oh yeah, isn't it nice to have a DM that can pronounce your fucking character's
Shut
name?
up.
So you guys are going to be serving the ball, and so I need whoever is going to be serving to make me an athletics check.
Okay. I better not go first.
I was going to say it should be you, because you're the robot guy.
All right. I have been watching for a while, so I've seen other people do it, and it looks super easy. But I try to do it like they do, so like toss it up in the air and go overhand with a jump.
So make me an acrobatics and an athletics check then.
Nat 20 plus 2 for the acrobatics.
Oh shit.
13 plus 4 for the athletics.
Okay, so you actually do make this look pretty easy. You toss the ball up, leap into the air, and just smash the shit out of this ball. And then Rupert goes to try and save it, and he sets it up. And then Gumley is just not tall enough to spike it over the net. And so you get a point from that.
Nice.
And so it is still your serve.
Poor Gumley. All right. That's 16, 17, 18 acrobatics. Holy shit. Nat 24 for the athletics.
Oh shit, okay. So this time they managed to get it back over the net. It takes them a couple of tries, like Gumley sets it up and Rupert kind of does one of those underhand bump type things, and then Beluskin comes over and he gets it over the net. And so it will be butt stuffins. The ball is coming over the net. What do you want to do?
How high over the net is it?
Let me roll for that.
Sure.
It is
I'll
3
allow
feet
it.
above the net.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do one of those like overhand like push sets.
Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics or athletics, whatever you would prefer.
Acrobatics or athletics? Okay. That's a 17.
All right, you set the ball up into the air, and Zezia, it is your turn, and all of a sudden, just through the physical activity that you guys have been doing for the past couple of minutes, everything starts to kick in. And you have just tracers galore. Like, you're looking down at your hands, and it feels like they can touch everything but themselves. And Just
So-
everything looks so amazing, and the sand in between your toes are great. Oh my god.
So she's like anime googly eyes, touching literally everything she can touch. She's touching the net and waving her hands in the air and touching her face and touching other people near her.
Nice.
So I think that the ball just kind of like softly lands in the sand next to you as you're kind of going through and doing this stuff.
She doesn't have toes.
Oh, what race
She's
is
a
Zezia?
satyr.
Oh, you're right.
Did you say the
My
ball?
bad.
Did you say the ball's going down?
Yep.
Can I try to do something before it hits the ground?
No, but Smalt can.
Well, I don't need to be
Okay.
near it, physically speaking.
So would that be dexterity save?
Yeah.
Or okay. That is a 10 plus 6, 16.
You dive out and you throw your arms out and you shoot sand all over the place. Zezia, I think it probably looks awesome when he does this.
Absolutely.
And you just barely managed to get the ball back into the air, and so it would be Viz's turn if you would like to do that, whatever you would like to do now.
How far away is the ball from me?
Let's say 8 feet, and it's like 5 or 6 feet in the air right now.
I'm just going to use my cluster light beam and try to eviscerate it.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Let's see. This is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC 8 plus 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well, that's a 3. So the ball who has no dexterity does not save.
Okay. 3d6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. That's a 10 damage.
Okay. So where does this power emanate from?
It launches from my Cyclops X-Men visor eyes.
Okay. So you do the Cyclops thing where you touch the 2 fingers to the temple of your face and you just blast this ball and it just completely disintegrates, and you see the referee that's standing on this platform next to the net. Like, he kind of looks back and forth between both sides and doesn't really know how to award points for that. And so he gets down and goes and talks with somebody for a little while, and they're both scratching their heads and their chins and conversing for a little while, and finally he comes back up and he awards a point to Rupert's team.
I'm gonna jump
And
up in the
so-
air with my hands up my fists up in the air, and then I'm gonna go towards Smulk and go for a high five and be like, "We kept it off the ground."
I just kind of look at him with that look that I usually that Falk usually gives Tom.
Don't you mean Dom?
Well, I switched the names. Of the actual Falk would usually give Tom.
All right.
All right. My name's Brian, and I just want people to switch letters in their names. Why won't people just switch the letters for me?
When he looks so disapproving, I'm gonna assume I did something wrong. Probably won't be doing that move again.
Zezia looks at you and gives you 2 thumbs up, and she goes, "You did great, man. That was awesome."
So Rupert serves the ball over the net, and it would be Butt Stuffins. You are up. It is 5 feet above the net this time.
I am going to try and bump it over to Smulk.
Okay, you can make your athletics with advantage then.
Oh, thank God. Holy shit. My first roll was a 1. My second roll was a 2.
Nice.
So I guess if I throw my acrobatics into that, that's -1.
You can do athletics, though. It doesn't have to be acrobatics. It can be athletics.
I mean, sure, but a 4 isn't any better, so.
No,
So you just spike it right into the ground in front of me.
Point Rupert's team.
That would have been really good if you had done it on the other side of the net.
I got distracted by this over on the on the side of the court.
This is gonna call out, "You're the best player their team has," and then act all impressed like it was his own joke. Those look like
Sean.
moves.
Sean. Only tonight
Sean.
is it okay to make Kenny Loggins puns, but after this evening. Because I mean, that was a pretty good one. I'll give you that. That's pretty good. So then it will be. Oh, fuck. I wish that I would have written these down instead of posting them in the chat. So Zezia, the ball is being served again, and what are you doing?
I'd like to try to hit it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and make me an athletics check at disadvantage?
You got it, boss. I have a -1 to that. Oh, wow. So, I got a 12.
Oh, yeah. So you don't manage to like just spike it back or anything like that, but you manage to set it over, which would then bring us to Smolk. The
Guys,
ball
I
is
did it.
So the ball is doing what?
The ball is it's probably 4 or 5 feet above the net right now, but it's not moving super fast, and so it's probably a perfect opportunity for you to come and try and spike it over, which would be
that's
acrobatics and
definitely-
athletics.
All right. So my athletics is not great. That's a 4 plus 4 plus a -1, so 3 for the athletics, but the acrobatics is going to be 16 plus 9.
Holy shit. Okay. I think that your acrobatics was enough to kind of outweigh it. Like, I don't think that you get a strong spike here. I think you more just kind of managed to leap up into the air high enough to kind of bloop it over. And Beluskin is going to try and... Oh, yeah, no, he dives and just gets a mouthful of dirt as the ball just kind of bloops right in front of him. And so...
As I spike it, I would have said, Beluskin, your dick's hanging out of your shorts.
What? Huh? And so who is going to serve for your side?
Well, I'm out of rotation.
Correct.
I will.
Are you going to underhand it, or are you going to do the throw up and spike then?
No, I'm going to underhand it.
All right, just athletics then.
Perfect. That is a 16.
Okay. Well, that's a nat 1 from Gumley to go and try and get it, and we'll give Rupert a no. Okay. Yeah, you just kind of underhand it, and Gumley and Rupert both go for the ball at the exact same time, and Gumley just gets caught up in between Rupert's feet, and they both just kind of go down, and as they're trying to untangle themselves, the ball just kind of bloops right next to them, and you can see that Blueskin is very unimpressed with this, and they're like starting to yell at each other, and their team just seems like they're falling apart at this point. Butt Stuffins, go ahead and serve again.
Sure. Before I do, I call out to Rupert, and I'm like, Rupert, I call that my own butt stuffing special. This was a 7 for the serve.
So this time they easily get the ball back over the net. I think Gumley just does a clean underhanded bump with it, and it goes right back over the net. So it'll bring us. Who's after butt stuffins? Is it Viz?
Okay.
Yeah, Viz, you're up.
As in the ball's coming to me?
Yep.
What's the location?
Of the ball?
Kind of like in regards to the net.
It's kind of just a high floater going up, so you have plenty of time to set up and figure out what you're going to do.
I think I'm just going to regular hit it. Hold on one second. Playing it safe after my last failure. This is going to be 16 dexter or 16 acrobatics, 8 athletics.
Okay. So you keep the ball into the air, but not much else. You kind of do one of those panic things where you where you basically just keep the ball in play and nothing more. And so who's after you? It would be Zezia. Zezia, the ball's high up in the air and just ripe for the pickings, and it just looks majestic in that sunlight.
Okay. Do I do athletics?
Yeah, if you wanna try and hit it over, yep.
I mean, how majestic does it look?
It's pretty fucking majestic, you know what I mean? Like, it's spinning, and there's little bits of sand that are flinging off of it, and
So
all of
in
the
my
tracers
mind,
from the sun rays. Oh man, it's great.
so in my mind, this is how I picture this going. She's standing there looking at it, and it's like coming over her, and she sees it in slow motion, and it's like trailing, and she can see every little speck of sand sparkling off of the ball, and it goes right over her head, and as it gets kind of behind her, she puts her arms up and goes, "I got it."
Do you butt stuffins or no? Smalk, do you want to try and do another dexterity save to try and
Well, of course.
keep it from
Why
hitting
stop
the dirt?
carrying this team now?
DC 20.
All right, so it was a dexterity save.
Yep.
Okay, 16 plus 6.
Oh shit! Yeah, you again in spectacular form, and I think that all you do is further the joy and splendor that Zezia is experiencing, because she was looking at all these particles of sand, and then you kick up even more when you go and try and save the ball, and so that will bring us to butt stuffins. Would you like to try and get the ball over the net after Smalk saved it?
Did he knock it like high into the air?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All the Tom Cruise pictures make me so happy.
I'm going to jump up in the air like I'm going to spike it, and then I'm going to cast catapult on it. And I'm just gonna try and rocket it into the sand, like far line of the
Okay.
sand.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
Or wait, how does catapult work, or does it just happen?
Catapult, it just happens, and then if anything gets in the way, there's damage.
All right. So instead, what I will do is let's see if somebody is going to be able to. Oh no, Gumley. Oh no. Okay. So
Oh, no.
why don't you go ahead and roll damage, because you catapult this thing and Gumley goes and he tries to set himself up into position, and this thing just rockets into his face and just sends him ass over apple carts through the dirt. And so go and roll damage.
Ass over apple carts.
Hold on, I have to find the damage for it real quick. Okay, yeah, that's quite a bit. That's not bad. 10 damage.
All right. So Gumley is bleeding profusely out of his fucking face. Like, his nose is just smashed in and just crooked as fuck. And like, and you guys now have 4 points, which means that it is match point.
Oh no.
Zezia, do you want to serve again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My Discord is not responding, so I was.
Sound fine. Well, she sounded fine.
It might have just caught up with the disconnect. Sometimes it does that to me.
You were supposed to get a picture with the guy in a Speedo, though, Ryan.
Oh, my bad. I couldn't handle it.
Okay, I think I fixed it. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. All of the pictures broke my Discord and I couldn't do anything.
Oh, no.
Couldn't
Alright,
handle this
so-
much cruise.
What's going on? What?
It's your serve. Match
Oh,
point.
okay.
It
my
entered
serve.
cruise control mode.
Is it an athletics roll?
Yep.
So she's gonna pick up the ball, lick it, lick her thumb, stick her thumb in the air to feel the wind and see which way the wind is going. She's gonna look like she's concentrating really, really hard.
You can have advantage because you know the wind shear.
Because I rolled a 4.
Good thing you have advantage.
I got a 14.
All right.
All right. And I just rolled in that one for Rupert, and so he gets a mouthful of sand, and you ace him on that last one. And so now, what I think happens is Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone starts playing, and we go through a montage of you guys beating all sorts of other teams until you get to Com Truise's team. And so, like, the way I picture it is you see Smolk, like, diving into the sand, and, you know, you have Viz doing some stuff, and you have Butt Stuffins leaping into the air, and, like, Zezia just has these wide eyes. Her pupils are just fucking massive, and she's just grinding her teeth. And just revving up your engine, listen to a brandy roll. And finally, after you guys defeat the last of them, you see you see the Com Truise team come up, and they're looking smug, and they're like clacking their Budweisers together, and just looking smarmy as fuck. And Com comes over to you, Smalk, and he says, "You're about to learn how we do this in America."
Okay. As long as you're
I can hear myself laughing in someone else's microphone.
It's still not going to involve taking prisoners, right? I heard they take a lot of prisoners over there in America.
When I get done with you, they're going to have to house you in Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, I heard the waterboarding is really great around there.
That just reminded me of that meme that Guantanamo Bay and waterboarding both sound really awesome when you don't know what either of those things are.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. And so, what classic 80s song do you think would be playing right as you guys are getting ready to face Com Truise's team in beach volleyball?
I think it would be Smalk Folder
Final
singing,
countdown.
"Oh, we're halfway there."
That would probably be a pretty good one.
Final countdown would be good. And can it be the final countdown sung by that guy at the like fucking fairgrounds?
I feel like it's actually a Danger Mouse mashup of Final Countdown and fucking oh, now I can't remember what the other song we named was. Oh, Living on a Prayer. So it's like it's really weird how it's mashed up, and it's not great. But I mean, sometimes you just got to try things. You know what I mean? And so, but this time, Com Truise, just to prove how big of a fucking douchebag he is, each individual team member like has walkout music, and they're like introducing themselves, and this has never happened in any of the matches before. And they took down all the rest of the other nets except for this one center net. And somehow, even though it was a bright sunny day, now it's dark, and there's just one spotlight over this one fucking court. And so you guys are watching as Com Truise comes out first, and he's
followed by Com Truise, and then other Com Truise, and then other Com Truise.
Well, Playing with the Boys by Kenny Loggins is playing as he comes out, and he's just giving high fives to people in the crowd, and they're just eating it up and loving it. And then all of a sudden,
But it's adjusted.
And the other Com Truise comes out, and he's just wearing his underwear and his socks, and he kind of slides across the sand, and none of you have any idea how he manages to do that. And
That's a lot of oil he's got on there.
And that's the only one that I had prepared that was actually funny, so I'm going to stop that bit now. And so let's go ahead and have you guys roll initiative, and we will see who goes first.
Seven.
Oh shit.
Well, it's better than last time. I got a 7 as well.
I abbreviate Richland's name as just butt stuff when I write it down.
It's perfect. That's because everyone.
What'd you get,
loves butt
Zezia?
stuff. A 23.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why I said oh shit.
And Viz. What'd you get?
21.
Oh, shit. Nice. So you guys will actually be going first. Who's going to serve first?
I guess me. I got a 23.
Okay. So right before you get to serve the ball, though, there's one more flyby by 6 of these F-15s. Like, they get really low and just kind of scream over the court, and it's really unnecessary and terrifying.
She's like squealing with excitement because she can like feel it in her bones.
I cast Cluster Light Beam at one of them.
Roll an attack.
No, that's another deck save.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit! I just rolled a nat 20.
Hold on. 12 plus... I don't think I'm going to make it. Nope, you win.
Okay. So you touch the temple of your head again, and you shoot out this laser beam, and all of a sudden the F-15 just banks off to the side almost immediately, like it was predicting that you would do this. And it's really impressive, I mean, to say the least. And so, Zezia, you can go ahead and serve the ball.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought that was a 1. It is not. Oh, it's my athletics. So it's a 16.
All right. So you get the ball over easily, and the thing that you notice first of all about the Com Truise team is they play as though they're just one person. Like, these dudes are fucking in sync with each other. Like, the one who's just in his underwear sets it up, and then the guy who's just in the jeans comes over and just fucking spikes it over hard. And so that will bring us to Viz. The ball is screaming towards you at this point.
It's as if these Com Truises know how to stay in formation.
Hey.
All right. I think if I'm next for serving, that would mean I'm in the back. So
You're not serving. Yeah, it's returning the ball.
I was trying to think of where I was in the court. If I'm in the back, I'm gonna try and set it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, nat 1 and then 2, 3 for dexterity or for acrobatics. 10 for athletics.
You got a nat 1 though, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ball just hits you in the dick and flops over the ground. Make me a Constitution save, please.
15, 16, 17, 18, 21.
Okay. So you don't throw up, but like it hits just the tip of your dick. You know what I mean? Like that feeling where it's up in your stomach and your chest area. Like, this was a fucking solid hit, and it takes every part of your being to not vomit everywhere. Like, you're huddled over in the fetal position, just rocking back and forth, waiting for the pain to go away. Oh, man. Just brutal. And you see Com Truise, he, like, shakes his arms and, like, flexes all of his muscles and goes, "That one was for Goose!"
I kind of roll over in pain, and the contractions make my buzzsaw activate, and I start kicking sand up behind me.
In between turns, I'm like just kind of discreetly, not discreetly at all, offering drugs in between the little holes in the net to the other team. I'm just like, here, this will make you better.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. I got a nat 20.
They absolutely take them. Like, every single one of them are like, "Oh, free drugs."
Persuasion is a +8.
This is gonna This is gonna peek over and reach out a hand feebly and say, I too need some of that medicine.
I'm gonna pass him a handful of random stuff.
A cocktail.
Yeah, basically.
Down the hatch.
All right.
Yeah.
Make me a Constitution save at disadvantage.
2, 6, 7, 8. It's gonna be an 8.
All right. So immediately the pain in your dick starts to subside, but your head just feels like it's floating 4 or 5 feet off of your body at this point. Like, but that's it so far.
I think your medicine made me taller.
And
Yeah, you
so,
look kind of tall.
so Ricky Business is going to serve the ball, and he smashes it over the net. Then Falk or Smolk, it is the ball is screaming towards you.
All right, that's is it a dexterity saving throw or an athletic or acrobatics?
It would be an acrobatics this time, I think, because you're not trying to save the ball. Like, you have time to prepare for it.
So 8 plus 9.
Okay, yeah, you managed to bump it up into the air, and butt stuffins, you have an opportunity for a spike if you'd like to take it.
Absolutely. Is that in athletics and in acrobatics?
Yes, sir, because you got to jump up and then smash it.
Oh, hell yeah. Acrobatics was a 15. Athletics was an 8? 8.
All right, so you kind of do the same thing that Smolk did earlier, where you impressively get up into the air, but you kind of weakly get the ball over the net, and the Truises are good at volleyball. And they managed to dig it out, and then another one spikes it over the net. Floral print one spikes it over the net at you, Zezia.
Okay. How high is she still?
Pretty fucking high.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a d20 to see if I react.
Okay.
I got a 2. I'm gonna keep staring at the ball.
Smoke,
It's
would you like
fucking
to make
beautiful.
a dexterity saving throw?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay, that's only a 5 plus 6.
Okay, so I think this time you know in advance, like, you see that glassy look in Zezia's eyes, and you're like, fuck. And you go and try and dive to dig it out, and you just don't have enough distance on your leap. And so you just kind of watch as the ball buries itself into the sand just a couple of feet in front of you. And you guys are now down 2-0.
Mm.
And that will bring us back to Ricky Business, who serves the ball right at you, Viz.
All right.
Man, these Com Truises really are in sync.
Damn it. I hate it.
Cursed images.
7 acrobatics. 22 athletics.
Okay, so just to let you know, if you're not spiking it or doing an overhand serve, you don't have to do the acrobatics. Like, if you're just trying to bump it or something, you can just do athletics.
Okay.
And so you bump it into the air. Smolk, it's coming over your direction. It's a nice high floater. You can do some damage with it.
All right, that's a 6 plus 9.
Oh yeah, you
15.
go ahead and do the athletics to hit it then.
Okay. And that is a 9 plus, what was my athletics? Okay, 9 minus 1, so 8.
Well, it doesn't matter because that's a nat 1 from Com as he tries to dig it out, and you just smash it into the dirt, and it is now your
Suck it,
guys'
Com.
serve. Not cool, bro. Not cool.
Help me, help you.
Do the comms know any
Oh.
spells?
Not that you've seen.
I was just hoping that I could see Comcast.
God
Boo!
damn it.
Fucking
Out.
boo!
God, that hurt.
Oh. Oh, I have to
Yeah.
poop now. Jesus Christ.
You mean you have to go put a login?
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Anywho. Viz, if we're going in initiative order, it is your serve.
All right, here we go. Jump serve. That landed on my pencil.
Not the first time a ball hit your pencil tonight, am I right?
9.
See what I did there?
9 acrobatics. 14 athletics.
Okay, so this is not the prettiest serve that you've done. You kind of, when you jump up into the air, you kind of like trip just a little bit. You manage to make contact with the ball, but you come down kind of in a heap after you serve it. And you fucking ace them.
Hell yeah.
That's the second nat one in a row. So you guys are all tied up, and you see Com Truise gets really worked up about this, and he goes and he jumps up onto a bench and kind of dances around on it angrily for a little bit, and then gets back into the match. It is still your serve, Viz.
All right, here we go. 13 acrobatics. 9 athletics.
All right. So after you serve that ball, everybody make me a perception check. Zezia, please make it at disadvantage. Oh,
Okay.
actually, Viz, you also make it at disadvantage.
Oh,
So what are we? What kind
Dang.
of check are we making?
I'm so mad.
Perception.
Perception. Okay.
Oh, that's not bad. What was it?
Perception.
I got
I
a
rolled
14.
a nat 20 and then I rolled a 10.
Nice.
But my perception is +6, so 16.
Ada Rooney.
And what about you, Butt Stuffins?
I had a 10.
All right. So everybody that got above a 12, you can hear just the sound of roiling and bubbling water out in the sea. And it's very weird and unnerving. It's not very loud at first, but after a while, all of you can hear this going on. And the ball goes over the net, and it gets returned, and it would be coming right at Butt Stuffins.
I'm gonna try and bump it over the net.
Okay. That'll just be athletics.
12.
Nice. Yeah, you bump it over to the net, and Ricky Business kind of sets it up into the air. And Com goes up to smash it over, and it is coming right at you, Zezia.
Let's see. Hi or low, Tim?
Hi. See what I did
Got
there?
it. 2.
Heyo.
I'm staring at the roiling sea. Or
Okay.
ocean, or whatever.
You can actually, you can start to make out these large, like not, they almost look like fins sticking out from the water. And they're massive, and you would think that they're still a ways off of the shoreline, but it appears as though they're coming towards the shore.
So I don't know how you would classify this thing, but just in case, I have kaiju sense and can sense kaijus or kaiju born within 5 miles of myself.
What?
Oh, then you 100% start to get a kaiju sense.
I think it's Ocean Man. Take him by the hand, lead him to the land.
Ocean Man.
Yeah.
Ocean Man.
Guys, there's something.
Does Ween have any other good songs?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, fair enough. Sorry.
Yes. All right.
Everyone, there is something very large coming our way.
Yeah, look at the fish.
I think it might be a good idea to run for our lives after we finish this game.
Exactly.
After, okay.
So, Small, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw to try and get this ball that Zezia is ignoring.
All right, that will be a 15 plus 6.
Oh, yeah, you dig this out
21.
and pop it up into the air. And Viz, it is floating nice and high next to the net for you.
I'm going to try and set it up with a 14 athletics. Wait, was it coming at me from over the net, or did he get... Did he get
No,
just
Falk
popped
was
up.
setting you up.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
spiking it with a 14.
Make me an acrobatics as well, please.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, you managed to get it up over the net. Your jump isn't very high, but you're pretty tall, I think, and so it doesn't really matter that you weren't able to get a great jump off. And it buries into the sand, and that's another point for your team. But as you guys are celebrating this point, you see that this creature begins to rise from the sea, and it's like this large dinosaur-like creature, and somebody that's in the crowd goes, "Oh no! It is illegally distinct and definitely not actually Godzilla!"
and then an illegally indistinct, very illegal version of Highway to the Danger Zone starts playing.
Highway to the danger zone.
I think it should be Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult.
Yes.
That's a good call.
Oh, no.
I think it should be Zodgilla. No? Okay.
No.
I think it should be Wake Me Up Before You Go Go by Wham.
Yes. Wake me up before you go.
As a matter of fact, that's absolutely what starts playing as Godzilla rises from the sea.
I love it so much.
Jitterbug.
It's perfect.
So what would you guys like to do? Do you want to keep playing volleyball, or do you want to do something about
100%.
kaiju?
We're
Or
gonna
Yes.
break into song, Tim. Jesus.
We've got to finish this. We're not going to get killed by the Truises.
Why
Okay.
not?
Viz, it is still your serve.
Oh, okay.
Sex magic.
10 acrobatics. 16. That's dirty 20 athletics.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, you ace it. You slam the ball, and it goes screaming over the net and just buries itself into the sand as a couple of the Truises try and dig it out unsuccessfully. It's your serve again.
All right. 8 acrobatics. Oops.
Now, I would like to mention that this is basically the scene of what's going on. Like, there's a giant kaiju in the background, and it's just yelling and roaring. Wake Me Up Before You Go is playing. Everybody in the crowd has already started ski-daddling because fuck this noise. But you guys in the Com Truises are all still playing this game. Like, the referee has already left. Like, there's nobody calling points anymore. You guys are like, fuck this, we are winning.
So 8 acrobatics and 16 athletics.
All right. So the ball goes definitely not as fast over the net as it did last time, and Ricky Business manages to dig it out, and then Com Truise gets it over the net, right at you, Zezia.
Okay, let's see. Oh, she reacts. And I got a 15.
Oh yeah, you just bash it right back over the net then.
Woohoo!
And the Truises don't manage to deal with it. So that is your guys' point. Chaos and pandemonium is just going on everywhere. Like, Legally Distinct and definitely not actually Godzilla is just breathing this blue flame all over all sorts of shit. But it just seems like there is this dome of protection that is over this volleyball court right now, because everything around you is just burning or on fire or screaming and terrified, but this volleyball match is undisturbed. And so, Viz, are you going to keep serving?
Yep. 10 acrobatics. 18 athletics.
All right. And that is a natural 1. So you ace him again. It is match point.
Whoa!
I'm going to high five the nearest person to me.
I picture this saying, slap at the hands.
Smack my hands. 8 acrobatics. 15 athletics.
Okay.
I always get lower acrobatics.
So they managed to return the ball, and it is coming right at you, Smalk.
All right, here we go. Natural 20.
Nice.
Yes!
All right. So you leap up into the air and you just bash this fucking ball, and it connects with Com Truise's face and just explodes him into a shower of blood, knocks him right onto his ass, and the ball just bloop, right into the sand next to him. And you know right at that moment that you guys are victorious, and I need you all to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Now I got a natural 1. I was too busy like celebrating and seeing if it knocked his teeth back in the right place.
Man, I really wish my dex save wasn't -3.
There was also a very good amount of air humping.
Nice.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I had an 11, by the way.
It's a DC 15, just so everybody knows.
I had a not that.
And Fair enough. Well, everybody that is above a 15 will take half damage. Everybody below obviously takes full. Well, you guys are lucky because I rolled a lot of ones. So that's 36 to everybody that did not save.
Holy shit.
So I can see this
18
thing
to
that hit me,
everybody
right?
did. Oh, hell yeah, you can see
Christ,
it.
Tim.
Okay, I'm gonna use a reaction to take half damage.
Fair enough.
So that would be half of 36, you said?
Yep, so 18.
18, okay. Because 36 would have one-shotted me.
So does everyone who made a save take half?
Yep, so
Okay.
18.
Did
And fire damage if that matters.
Nah.
No, yeah, I'm definitely down.
Okay, cool. Zezia, it is your turn. You are 100 feet away from this kaiju that just breathed a stream of fire on your volleyball court. The net is completely obliterated at this point. Like there's just some melted nylon along the sand. Like I think that some of the sand is turned to glass that the fire because the fire was so hot. And there are no Com Truises to speak of.
Is it in water?
Yes,
And you
it
said
is
it's 100,
still in the water.
You said it's 100 feet from me?
Yep.
So I'm going to take about, I don't know, 15, 20 steps forward. And I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt. And
Nice.
it's a 100-foot line, and I need it to make a dex save.
Okay.
It's a...
It doesn't
15.
pass. Yeah, it does not pass.
Okay. So I'm going to roll this in here because I don't have this many d6s.
Okay. Holy shit. Okay.
That's the damage.
All right. So this thing
Nice.
roars and shoots out fire from its mouth as it convulses from all of this electrical damage that you guys shot into it, or not that you guys, that Zezia specifically shot into it, and that will bring us to Viz.
She just goes, fuck you, guy. You ruined our game.
How is Viz doing with his drug cocktail?
Why don't you make me a Constitution save, but with disadvantage?
Please fail.
I got a high Constitution save.
No.
That's a save.
Be
Well, the
fucked with
DC is 3 billion, so good luck. No, I'm kidding.
It's a 14. It's gonna be a 14.
A 14.
Damn it.
So you are looking at this kaiju, and it just reminds you of Mom.
Just say nom.
No, Mom.
Oh,
Nom
Bro,
like Vietnam.
I thought he said nom too. Like he's having a real nom flashback.
That would be awesome. You start hearing helicopters.
Start staring out into nothing.
Flight of the Valkyries starts playing. Why are you playing that? Scares the
I was-
shit out of them.
I was gonna say fortunate son.
I take that back. It doesn't remind you of Mom. It definitely reminds you of Nom. And
Okay. Then I'm gonna turn around and start booking it towards that fruit stand I was at.
okay, there is no fruit stand. It's been burned down.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh,
No, the fruit stand in Nam.
sauce all over my character sheet.
I mean, that's about right for your character.
I feel
said
like
wing sauce,
it's
not
not
white
a true.
sauce.
I feel like it's not a true D&D character sheet until there's Cheeto fingerprints or some sort of condiment, or you know what I mean? Like I feel like you've finally broken Zezia in by getting wing sauce all over the character sheet.
If I get sauce on my, if I spill anything on my character sheet, I'm gonna have to buy a new phone.
Is
All
that
right.
all you're doing then, Biz? Is running towards the fruit stand that isn't there anymore?
Yes.
All right.
I'll take a wild. I don't know how you want to handle it. I'll take a wild spin around light beam. So if you want, we can do advantage or something, or you advantage.
Yeah. Why don't you roll the attack with disadvantage?
So you gotta beat a. I always forget. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll write this down this time. 14.
18.
You beat it.
Okay. So I think that you just kind of look over in that general direction. The helicopters are going off around you, and Fortunate Son is just playing so loudly it won't turn off. And you just launch a ray from your eyes off into space. It looks really awesome, Zezia.
Did I hit one of the helicopters?
Yeah, one of the imaginary helicopters is definitely hit and falling out of the sky, and you just get the feeling that Charlie is everywhere.
Somebody is echoing.
Yeah,
Oh, really? I don't hear any echoing at all.
it's
you.
probably you.
Oh, that makes sense. Here, I'll leave and come back.
I don't think it's that. Like, it's feedback like he has the sound on.
Yeah. Probably either need a push to talk or headphones.
Is it better or no?
No.
Motherfucker.
Is your cable for your headphones pushed in all the way?
They're Bluetooth, so that couldn't be the problem.
Is your Bluetooth pushed in all the way?
Have you tried putting it in?
Is it like Tom Cruise's Bluetooth where it's in the middle of your face?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
We need to call service desk quick.
Try just putting your voice sensitivity up a little bit. Because that's what normally happens when it's on my headset.
Try tongue butthole.
How is it now? Is it better?
Test, 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 test.
I think so. Yeah,
Sounds better.
Cool. Okay. So
Tongue
that will
butthole
bring
work.
us. That will bring us to legally distinct and definitely not Godzilla. And he is going to move 60 feet towards you guys, and we will see if he recharges his fire breath. Well, next turn is going to suck for you guys. So then that brings us to Smolk. What are you doing?
All right. Well, are the poles for the net still up?
Yeah.
I know the net burnt down, but are the poles still there? Okay.
Yeah, the
So
poles are still
I
up.
am going to use my movement to get behind the poles. Would that provide light obscurement?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, I'll use my bonus action to hide, and then
All right.
with my action, I'm going to make a shot with my short bow. And
Okay.
since I'm hidden, will that grant me sneak attack?
Yeah, sure.
All right, and I'm also going to use sharpshooter, so -5 to the attack, but plus 10 damage if I hit.
All right.
So, let's see here. Well, that is a natural 1.
All right. I
But
think the
missed
string
attacks
on your
do
bow
not reveal
breaks.
me. Okay.
I don't even think
No
you
more,
managed to shoot an arrow. Like, I think that your string. I think you have extra strings. You could restring it if you wanted to.
Yeah, right now I'm just going to remain hidden.
Fair. And then that'll bring us to butt stuffins.
Death saving throw?
Yes, please.
Okey-doke. I rolled a 5.
Well, that's one fail. Zezia, what are you doing?
Zezia?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
That happens to me all the time.
I'm fucking licking wing sauce off my fingers.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna cast magic missile at a third
Okay.
level.
Nice.
So that is 1d4 plus 1. So 3d4. No, I did it in all caps. I'm fucking stupid. So that's 10 damage.
Nice. Viz, what are you doing?
Okay. How am I doing?
Fine.
Drug wise.
I think that you're still dealing with the flashbacks, but I think that that other than that, you pretty much have a decent idea of the fact that this giant kaiju is a problem that you should probably deal with.
Hey, hold on a second.
Oh, what's up?
I missed 3 d4s.
Oh.
Because magic missile is 3 of them, and then I add the extra 2, so I missed 2 of them. I'm sorry.
No, not a problem.
So there's another 7 damage.
7 more. Cool.
Yeah. Now you can go.
I think taking down a helicopter boosted my confidence enough to kind of turn around and aim more carefully. So that's going to be another 14 dex save from you.
All right.
This is the only long range thing I have, I think.
That's a big fat no. So go ahead and deal damage.
Okay. 3d6.
And you can double it because I rolled a natural 1.
I should have been hitting you all these times because it's half on success, but who's counting?
Not me.
8 damage.
You can double it because I rolled a natural 1, so 16.
Okay.
All right. So when legally distinct and definitely not Godzilla on his turn, he puts his right hand under his left elbow and starts kind of bouncing with it, and he steps like sideways and then switches his arms and starts stepping the opposite direction sideways. And I need all of you guys to make me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Does that include me, Tim?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
6.
Double 6s.
Wow. I got a 16.
Okay. What about you, Small?
He got a 5.
5.
All right. So every single person besides Zezia even all of the people that were previously dead, even Butt Stuffins, you guys start to hear the sound of a Bollywood track playing in the background, and you are compelled to get up and dance with Godzilla and end this session with a Bollywood dance number.
What the fuck?
So Zezzy is just tripping balls and everyone starts dancing.
Yes, and all of the Truises come back to life, and they're also dancing along with you guys, like Butt Stuffins, who was clearly unconscious just a few moments ago, like pops up and immediately starts bouncing with his arms under his hands and lots of pelvic thrusting. I mean, it is a spectacle.
As
And
we're
all of your outfits have changed at this point as well. Even Godzilla, who was not wearing clothes before, now has on like these brightly colored sashes, and he's clanging castanets together as he's doing his dance number. And
as the camera is
the
panning across us, and it's looking up at us, and we're all kind of in horse dance doing our hand motions and stuff. I can only assume the jets fly over.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And some people crack open some Budweisers and smack them together.
In unison, like.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Just a line of them.
Meanwhile, in reality, Zaichi is just getting like resuscitated in the back of an ambulance.
That's canon. That's 100% what happened. Like, the volleyball tournament was called off because Zezia overdosed.
But what about Biz? He took a handful of my pills.
That's a good point.
We're gonna be bunk buddies.
You guys
You
go to the
spilled
psych
her
ward
wine
together.
all over you, and she's happy about that.
But yeah, that's all I have prepared for
Yeah,
tonight.
that was a good session.
That was a good session.
It was fun.
The volleyball didn't get boring.
I'm gonna say that was successful.
Boo!
Boo. Also, Butt Stuffins rolled 3 successful saves for death in a row.
But Stuffins
the,
is sustained.
the final one was a nat 20, so
Well, it
The
doesn't
dancing-
matter because Godzilla brought you back with his dancing.
it really did.
Well, it kind
Truly, he's a magical god. Is there magical girl Godzilla? Because I need that right now.
Quick shout out to
There
the.
fucking is now.
Quick shout out to the Anti-Spiral one for my my class. The Anti-Spiral makes several different classes for D&D, so you should go check them out. And including Eric's in his Goose Folk the other day when we did the play.
Huh.
Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, that would have been a good addition to the Com Truise team, the Goose Folk.